Hello, students. Jai Hind. Very good morning. We are, as you know, since last three lectures, we are in a process of understanding and practicing the nomenclature method. How to name any organic compound at the same time when you are given name of any organic compound, how to just show it in the structure. Understand? We are actually practicing the nomenclature in both way, right? And as you know, we are targeting one by one. The first lecture we targeted just alkane, alkene, alkyne. Second, we targeted halides. Third, we targeted alcohol group. That is, we just moved targeting hydroxyl group, as you all know. Now, in today's lecture, lecture number 4, for particularly revising nomenclature method, we are targeting the rest of the few functional group we have already understood and targeted already hydroxyl group. Now in today's lecture we are going to target some of the other functional group and generally understanding the nomenclature. Okay, so dear student, chapter 12, sorry, chapter 4, carbon. Okay, carbon and its compound, carbon and its compounds. Okay, and in that lecture number 4 of revision. Okay, and as you know, we all are in the process of understanding and mastering, uh, just targeting those two golden rules, which are going to help you a lot in naming any organic compound. Any organic compound can be named quite easily, right? And any name of any organic compound can be represented very effectively in structure if you have understood those two basic rules. Understand which I told you. Two basic rules needs to be in your mind for naming any organic compound. I am not mentioning for any, then ene or yne suffix, you know. One group we have already practiced, so the now rest of the functional group. Suppose you all know very well, and you please draw it with me also, because again and again these rules are the basics. Understand? C double OH, right? Which we for this the suffix is oic group, oic suffix. And dear student, you should also remember at the same time one very important thing in exam. They may ask you sometime, draw the structure of hydroxyl group. Please draw the structure of carboxyl group. So you just concentrate here. Carboxyl group, carboxylic group can be shown this way. C, actually we are writing COOH, you know. Actually, whenever it comes to the talk of carboxylic group, you always write this way. But that's the molecular structure. Understand? If you want to just show it by a structural formula, it can be shown this way. Carboxylic group, suffix oic you know. The second one, as you know. If you are simply asked, then you will write this way. Understand? But in the format of the structure, you will write this way. CHO. Understand? And for that, the suffix which you will add at the end of the organic compound is Al, and as you know, it is known as aldehyde group. So, dear student, it happens sometime in test or in exam that they will ask you about aldehyde group. If they ask you mention the molecular structure, molecular formula of aldehyde group, it is CHO. But if you just want to show it in the format of the structure, then it looks like this. Okay. The third one understood, that is, as you all know, COO. Understand? You all know it very well, right? What actually for this, the suffix you all know very well. Understand? That's just ONE suffix. And here also you can show this way. Understand? C double bond O. This is the structure and we call it ketone group. What we call it? Ketone. Okay. So these three functional group has to remain in our mind. I haven't mentioned hydroxyl group because you learn about that in detail in our lecture number 3. So now we are targeting these three carboxylic group, that COOH, oic is the suffix, aldehyde group CHO, understand, and Al is the suffix, ketone group COO, ONE is the suffix to be added when you name any organic compound. Okay, dear student, uh, in 29, 21, 20, I think 20, 19, 20, 22, I think, till 22. Mostly, if I can remember, there may be some numerical mistake, so okay. But till 22, I am ascertaining, okay, right? Now, we are moving ahead in our practice session of naming some other organic compound consisting of different types of functional group except halides and OH. Halide group and hydroxyl group we have practiced so much. Now we are trying to target other group at all. So dear student, when we start, I will mention, understand, some of the organic structure here, and let us try to name them. Okay, almost my target today is I want to take a mix up of all functional group, either carboxylic group or it may be aldehyde group or ketone group. You have to target and understand this. Okay, see dear student, at least 10 to 15 organic structure I am going to draw for you. And what process we are going to follow today? I will draw the structure and I will just give you the fraction of time. Understand, you must try to understand that organic structure considering and remembering those basic rules which we have already studied about the suffix al, oic, one, and about the naming you all know C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, C6, C7, C8, C9, C10, methane, ethane, propane, butane, pentane, hexane, understand, heptane, octane, nonane, and decane. So target that also. Okay, one by one. And what is the process today we are going to follow? I will draw one basic structure here and you should try to name it. Okay, see dear student, I am showing the first one. Okay, H. Okay, C double O, and this is the compound. Every structure when I draw here, I will give you just a little time to guess which this particular organic compound is. You start thinking, understand, to name this particular organic compound. Okay, just start thinking. I have already drawn the structure H single bond, C double bond, O branched, and continue single bond H. Try to name this organic compound. Okay, right? And each and every student has to actively participate in naming the given organic compound. Understood? Right? First you guess depending on the suffix here mentioned and accordingly counting the number of carbon atom which are existing, this suffix needs to be targeted. Okay, right? Can I now see dear student? First, what is actually the basic is that any student who want to master naming the organic compound, he must have the clear idea about the structure of the particular functional group. Here you see dear student, if you don't have idea about this structure, you cannot name this organic compound. Understood? Normally, actually we are writing it as CHO as you know. But in structure it is looking like this. CHO, that shows the presence of aldehyde group. So the suffix has to be AL, that is final. Now dear student, now it's very important. You all know very well in the previous two lectures where we had discussed about haloids, understand halides and OH, those two functional groups were not involving in their structure any carbon atom. Chlorine, understand, bromine, fluorine, iodine. OH, no presence of carbon, but here presence of carbon. And while you name this organic compound, you have to consider this carbon also. So suffix is fixed, Al, consisting of how many carbon atom? Just one carbon atom. One carbon atom means methane. So this particular organic compound is named in this way. Please concentrate, methanol. Understood? Methanol. You understood? CHO, that means Al, consisting of one carbon atom. One carbon atom means C1, methane, so it can be named as methanol. You understood this? Clear? Many students must have targeted and must have been able to name the organic compound this way. That's fine. If student who could not understand, please concentrate here. Okay? Can we mention one another one? Okay. See, just try to understand this. H, okay, C double O, OH. What is this, dear student? First, please concentrate, keeping in mind those basic rule and try to guess the organic compound which is shown by following those particular basic rules. See the functional group present here first. And according to the presence of the functional group, you have to guess the suffix. At the same time, you also have to consider the number of carbon atom to name this particular compound. See, dear student, see this particular functional group. Which group is this? Carboxylic group. So what can be the suffix to be added? OIC, oic. And how many carbon atom you are able to visualize here? Only one carbon atom. So one carbon atom means methane. So let us name this compound as methanoic acid. See, dear student, such a simple. Actually, sometime if you are really writing the formula, you will sometime write this way: H C double O H. That is actually the formula of methanoic acid. You know that? And here also, when you are writing molecular formula of methanol, you will write this way: HCHO. Understood? That is actually the formula of methanol, and this is the formula of methanoic acid, HCOOH, which is also, as you know, known as, understood, formic acid, as you know. Clear? So many students must have been able to name this particular compound. You understood this? And dear student, try to be very acute in reading the given organic structure. Then and then it will be possible for you that if I give name of any organic compound, you will be able to translate it or present it in the structure format. Understand? Right? And also remember one thing, after you attend this particular revision lectures for nomenclature, understand, right, in February month we are going to design WRT just for the practice of all these organic structures, right? So is it clear? Can I give one more here? Okay, one more organic structure I want to show it, understand, for you, right? Let me show here. See, see, okay. Suppose I show this way. Suppose, try to understand, dear student. O H. Understood? Just try to guess this. Before I name this particular organic compound, I want from you to name this organic compound by yourself, just keeping in mind those basic rule. Understand? See, dear student, what you should do is that when you are attending particular lecture, you are able to understand it very well. But as of all, when you combine four lectures and you try to assess out, then it becomes sometime little difficult to understand, right? So you have to be very skillful in writing. See, dear student, presence of which group exists here? CHO. That means CHO exists here. That means simply one thing is clear. What is that? Understood? I haven't. I just wanted to show this. Actually, the carbon valency still needs to be satisfied here, dear student. Okay. Now see. Try to name this particular organic compound. Presence of CHO group. That means aldehyde group, Al suffix, and we have to count for naming the organic compound in real sense the number of carbon atom. How many carbon atom are there? Two carbon atom, and as you all know, dear student, two carbon atom means what? Ethane. Suffix is already fixed, Al. So can I name this compound in this way? Ethanol. Okay. And if I just want to write in the molecular format, I can write this way, CH3CHO. Understand? This is actually the molecular formula of ethanol. Understand? Okay. Now one more thing also, dear student, I want to mention is that when you are speaking methanol, you can also speak in another way, methane aldehyde. Okay, that way also you can methane aldehyde. This is also another way you can name the methane aldehyde. Here I have named ethanol. You can also name it ethane aldehyde. That is also okay. Either you speak ethanol or you speak ethane aldehyde. That is also another way of naming particular organic compound. Okay. So the just mistake in name. I want to continue the process. This is 22. Okay. 23 and this is 24. Okay. So clear all these structures, right? Let us move for some other one. Okay, till 24. So let's take some more. Okay, 25. Let me show you. Suppose, dear student, you are given organic structure. Please draw with me. Okay, if you are shown the organic structure in this way, you should learn, dear student, very smartly how to name any organic compound. See here, I am just giving you a little fraction of time to just think about it, and then we will just name and practice it. Just think first. In fraction of time, try to guess what is the this structure which is in front of you. You need to just follow those uh, what you saw, those golden rule which is going to help you. You have to first check the presence of particular functional group. Then and then you can write it. Can you? Is it clear in your mind? First, the guessing about the functional group is very important. Until you know the structure and not able to guess about the presence of particular functional group, you may not be able understand to name the given particular organic compound. See, dear student, this is the functional group. Okay, C double O, which is that group, ketone group. Ketone group will have which particular suffix? O N E. So suffix has been finalized. Now you count the number of carbon atom. 3 carbon atoms. See, one this carbon atom present in functional group is also to be counted in naming the organic compound. So 3. Understood? 3 carbon atom. That means you all know. 3 means propane. ONE suffix has to be added. Let me name this particular organic compound. Okay, what should I name it? ONE suffix because of this ketone group consisting 3 carbon atom means propane. So this is the way you can name it as propanone. Understood? So this is the name of the organic compound. What I am teaching you, dear student, is that even in board exam or in any test, when you come across any organic compound, you stick to those two basic golden rule I am asking you to revise again and again in my lecture, because see, everywhere I just guided you to remember those basic rule. To name this organic compound, suppose you haven't seen it any time and you come across for the first time, what are those basic golden rules? Find presence of any functional group. Is it here C double O? That means the suffix has been fixed. O N E. Now count the number of carbon atom. 3 carbon atom. I already given you the series C1 to C10. 3 carbon atom means propane. Add ONE, propanone. Name is quite simple now. You understood this, right? This is also known by other name. If you know, dear student, it is known by one other name also that you should remember, acetone. Sometime it's actually its name is this only. Understand? Propanone, but sometime it can be also spoken as acetone. Understand? And acetone, as you know, is also sometime utilized as one of the ingredient in producing the nail remover, dear student, and it has already got a fruity smell also. Understand? Acetone or propanone. Can I give one more? Okay. 26. Just try to understand this. Okay. uh, Let me first draw the structure for you. Okay. Suppose this way, just satisfy the valency of each and every carbon atom. Four valencies are satisfied in this way. Just guess the name of this particular organic compound, dear student. Understood? Just try to guess the presence of functional group here, and at the same time see the chain carbon skeleton consisting of how many carbon atom. That also you also have to see that. Just in I'm just giving you, actually, while you name this particular organic compound, understand, dear student, you should try to guess the naming you have already learned about. In presence of hydroxyl group, you are already aware of how to name this. Understand? Just try to guess the name of this particular organic compound. Okay? Can you? Then I will give the name of this particular organic compound. Okay? See, let us concentrate here. this is the presence of the functional group C double O. That means C double O means ONE suffix because the presence of functional group ketone already. Count the number of carbon atom in the carbon skeleton. 4 carbon atom means C4, that means butane. So you will definitely like to name it as butanone, and it's correct also. But dear student, at the same time, what you should think is that this group actually exists on second carbon atom. You understood this? This carbon atom, though it's a part of the functional group skeleton, but it can also be considered as a part of this carbon skeleton chain in hydrocarbon. Understand? So actually this particular group COO is present on which carbon atom? It is present on the second carbon atom. So I can name it as this way: butane, butane 2 on. Understand? Butanon. Butane 2 on. This way also compound can be named, dear student. Actually, it is butanon. Either you can write 2 butanon or you can also write butane 2 on. Understood? Right? Butane 2 on. My one lecture, no, dear student, understand that may be the lecture number 5, that I am just going to specifically give for only one thing, that is I am just going to name some around that will be the actually we are going to combine the revision of 4 lectures in that one particular lecture, where I will just write the name of the organic compound and you will draw the structure. Okay, is it clear? Presence of COO ketone groups means ONE, but at the same time, not only that, there are 4 carbon atom and COO group is present on the second one, so it has been named as butane 2 on. Okay, let us discuss compound number 27. Okay, compound number 27 also. Let us try to assess out. Okay, I just want to give you this way. Okay, compound number 27. See, I am just writing it here and you try to guess it. Okay, C, 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 C. Okay, still one, let us take, and here I am showing this, and rest of the valencies of the carbon atom to be satisfied by hydrogen atom. Okay, suppose the structure has been shown to you here: H, H, everywhere the valency needs to be satisfied. Okay, now please try to guess the name of this particular organic compound. Okay, just giving you just 1 minute to guess what is actually the name of this particular organic compound. Okay, try to guess. If you keep those basic rules in your mind, I don't think you will find any difficulty whatsoever in naming this particular organic compound. You will find no difficulties at all. Understood? Just try to guess this, dear student. Many of you must have tried and understand. Okay, see the presence of what is this? Present, please erase this. Presence of COO, that means the suffix needs to be ONE. How many carbon atom exist in this particular compound? 5 carbon atom. 5 carbon atom means C5. That means pentane. So if I just want to guess the name, pentane containing 5 carbon atom, a COO ketone group, so I can name it pentanone. Why not? But dear student, what you should guess is that here actually the ketone functional group exists on the third carbon atom. There is no way of just going from left to right or right to left because this carbon atom exists exactly in the center. So 3. So can I name it in this way? It is consisting of already 5 carbon atom that I know. So I can name this as this way, pentane 3 on. You understood this? Means 3 pentanone ultimately. Pentane 3 on. You understood, dear student? And remember one thing, right? When we meet in next lecture, just to conclude and practice some more organic structures, understand and to name them as according to the nomenclature method. What you should know is that whenever any organic structure appears in front of you, the basic are those two. Golden rule has to be in your mind. Single chain, ENE, sorry, ANE, double bond, ENE, triple bond, YNE, C1 to C10, methane, ethane, propane, butane, pentane, hexane, heptane, octane, nonane, decane, OH, hydroxyl group, OL, understand, then CHO group, AL, COO group, ONE, and COOH group, OE. If you keep this basic rule in mind, and while you name any organic compound, you must see the position of the functional group where it exists, which will assist you in naming any organic compound. We'll meet in the next lecture, dear student, with some more practice of nomenclature, and I will be sure that when you attend these 5 lectures, understand of nomenclature, you must be able to guess the name of any organic compound, and from the name of the organic compound you can guess its structure. Okay, dear student, practice it more and more. Thank you very much.